We decided to look at the folk genre for our music video as goes along with the genre of the song we used, Falling by Jordan Burroughs, and to decide on how we create our music video we looked into lots of other folk music videos by looking into bands like Mumford & Sons and the Lumineers. We also noticed that lots of folk artists are males who often play their instruments in the videos, and we decided to conform to this convention and use a male who played guitar. This played a huge hand in who we cast in the role of our star, as Lucas, our actor for the shoot, played guitar himself, so was able to instrument sync very convincingly.
We also conformed to the folk genre by shooting in loads of outdoor environments, which was a generic convention of the genre. It also allowed our audience to engage more fully with the video, as the rich and diverse environments allow them to aspire to something better than their current situation, conforming to Richard Dyer's theory of utopian possibilities, as our star has lots of intensity in his environments, as well as having the abundance of these beautiful landscapes. Also, along with this genre, our star is very transparent about his emotions, as it creates lots of intimacy between the audience and the star. Along with the natural environments, our colour scheme is very neutral, along with folk artists such as Bon Iver, who also uses minimal colour in their products.
However, we decided to only have a solo star for our music video along with the minimal style of our music. However, he is a very young man, only a teenager, which challenges traditional folk stars who are usually a lot older. We wanted a younger star to relate to the younger audience market, contrasting to older folk singers like Alistair Anderson.
Our print products conform to the generic conventions of print products by having a consistent image of the star, in the white hooded jumper and the slightly messy dark hair. By using this consistent image of the star, we establish another of Richard Dyer's theories, which is the star theory, by making our star seem relaxed and laid back in all of our print products, and in the music video itself. Our star is also very good looking, which conforms to the generic conventions of the media products, as most stars are good looking nowadays.
We also added in a slightly flickering footage on our music video to give certain parts of the video a more older, vintage look, which creates the impression of memories, which is a key theme in our video. This conforms to the toned down colour of our video.
We also use lots of long shots to give the impression that the star is insignificant within the wider context of the world as a whole, but also include close-ups of the star's face to emphasise the star theory in our video.
We also follow the folk genre with our portrayal of the star, but totally defy conventions of mainstream pop music, which relies on appearances and often sexual exploitation, in order to see the music. Our star is represented as a legitimate talent as he is fully clothed throughout the whole video, and our ancillary texts show him as a star who's become very popular as a performer in his own right.
Our star remains consistent throughout the entire process, as in the majority of the shots he is clothed with a white top, whether this be hooded or regular, and blue jeans. We also kept the colourings consistent in our colour correction, which we kept toned down and neutral to go along with the video. This relates to the star theory, as it shows the star is casual and laid back.
The products work well to sell the music as they present a clean-looking star who would appeal to a mass audience, as the folk genre has a huge audience range from across the ages and both genders.
Due to the fact we have no assumed audience, it was fairly difficult for us to film this video with no particular age range or gender in mind. But we feel that we used this to our advantage and really focused on the song and its storytelling rather than just the star, etc.
From our audience feedback, we have gauged a lot about the representation in our music video on ancillary texts. For example, one auditor said, "There was a significant absence of any women in the music video, and we had considered this in the construction of our music video. We wanted to highlight the sensitive sides of males and break cultural stereotypes of men being hard and insensitive by including this much more sensitive image of a lone male star in our video. We linked this to Sut Jarley's work and decided that to include a sensitive male begins to break down the cultural stereotypes and completely challenges genders as a whole. So women will no longer be seen as sexual objects of desire, and men no longer seen as unfeeling and insensitive."
This also relates to Barth's theory of myths, connotations, and denotations. For example, we see the star dressed casually, which has connotations of a laid-back attitude towards life, which could give off two different interpretations. It could indicate his freedom in life, or could symbolise laziness.
Another auditor said, "It made me feel really chilled out and relaxed." This shows a perfect example of Kat Gurevich and Bloomer's theory on uses and gratifications, as it fulfills many of our audience's needs. In this case, it allows the audience to escape from the stresses of daily life, as well as entertaining them.
Someone else also said, "I sort of related to this guy, and it's a situation that loads of people can relate to in their lives, regardless of age or gender." This means that the audience identify with the characters of the situation, and also can enhance social interaction as people realise the loves in their lives. Whether it be family or friends, can come together very easily.
To actually construct our music video, we filmed with a Sony Comms video camera, which uses videotape rather than film, giving it a slightly cheaper look. We feel that we corrected this with extensive colour correction and also by adding in a slightly grainy effect on the shots that the star is not performing in. This is to reflect the old-style cinema film reels that we wanted to include to give our video a vintage vibe.
We also added elements of this through the inclusion of some backwards footage at the beginning of the video, as the audience sees the waves on the shore of the beach going backwards as the camera pans from right to left at a mid-level straight angle.
Our post-production was done on Adobe Premiere Pro, which allowed us to colour correct images as well as create our shot sequences very efficiently. In order to gain proper audience feedback throughout our process, we posted our video on YouTube in order to get proper, honest feedback from our audiences.
The long shot within the cinematography highlights the star's relative insignificance to nature as a whole, highlighting the folk genre. The framing of this, however, contradicts this as the star is in the middle of the shot, which is why the final tilt of the camera towards the sun is particularly significant, as it is once and for all symbolising the man's smallness within the world as a whole. We included lots of crossfades and overlays within our music video, as it was a reflection of the star's fading belief that he can win the hand of the person who has left him.